Tell the DJ spin it like a Beyblade. Tell the DJ spin it like a Beyblade.
Family, see the family, we gon' stand the deed. Psalms 149, verse 3, we gon' praise his name in the dance of deed. In the king with a fake state, feeling good, such a great day. Jump for joy, got love for my beats, no sleep, not missing the beat. Love is amazing, it makes me alive with them. Walk in truth, no job with them. One step, two step, I slide with them. In the whip seat back, I ride with them. All smiles, I vibe with them. Don't sit, man, I can't stand aside with this.
Shalom, shalom, what up, my people? Thank y'all for tuning in to IMTV Talks. Man, I'm talking to that Bo Too Smooth, man. What's good with you, yo?
Yo, what's happening? What's good, my brother?
Man, I'm good. I'm chilling. Glad to have you on the show. Been hearing great things about you.
Glad to be on here, man. It's a pleasure right here.
Man, so for starters, can you share with the listeners where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Little town that ain't too big, ain't too small. But yeah, I'm from Philadelphia, Mississippi, man. Down in the South.
That's what's up, man. Philly in the house. So how did you get started with singing?
Man, I came up in the church, still in the church, but I think that's what really started it, man. Just being in the choir, because I don't come from a singing family, you know, like most people that had a story, you know, somebody, mama was a singer, daddy was a singer, something like that. My story, my backstory is a little different. Did grow up in the church, sung in the choir. My sister is actually the one that can sing. My older sister, about 6 years apart. And she's the singer. So if I was to credit it to somebody, it would have to be from her, I would say, because neither one of us, we got same mom, same dad. Neither one of our parents can sing. But just growing up in the choir, man, and being in the church and hearing my sister sing, and I just kind of picked up from it from there.
Man, that's super cool, yo. And I want to ask, man, coming from Mississippi, man, was it easy to get into the music business?
Nah, not at all. Not even a little bit. Man, Mississippi, we ain't really some great. I put it like this: some great people have came from Mississippi, and not just in music, but some real prolific figures. But it's not known for music. This is not really a music state. Like, you don't have labels based in Mississippi. You don't have execs that, you know, that a lot of, like your New Yorks, and not like your Atlanta. You know, Atlanta is a market now that's wide open for music, but Mississippi is a little different, man. So it definitely wasn't easy, but I'm thankful because that just motivated me to go harder, and to where I couldn't find a way, I had to make one. So yeah, man, it you know, it wasn't easy, but it's just all about putting that grind in, man. I feel like no matter where you at, if you got that grind, if you got that dog in you, you're gonna find a way to make it happen. Man,
true that, man. And if I can, for a second, man, I wanted to give a shout out to my Jamel the Trunk Rattler. He's also from Mississippi. Like, that's why I asked you that question, was it easy? Because, like, he also be showing folks, like, Mississippi ain't to be played with. It ain't to be slept on. Folks in Mississippi can run with the best of them, too.
For sure. And I feel like that, bro, because we have to work. Us being from Mississippi, I feel like we done had to work, and not knocking nobody nowhere else. Shout out to everybody. But I feel like it's something about us. We always done felt like we done had to work just a little bit harder than everybody else, being where we from, to get that, not necessarily that respect, but get that notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Get that recognition. being from a small state, so we kind of feel like, you know, we ain't definitely ain't to be slept on, because man, it's some
For sure.
it's some talent in Mississippi. And I ain't just talking about me. It's some talent.
Yeah.
There's some guys out here, man, and some women in the music, man, putting it down in Mississippi, bro. Like for real, for real.
Man, so can you share about some of the events you've been to or been part of?
Yeah, well, show wise, I actually just came from West Point, Mississippi. Trail riding group, big time trail riding group from down this way. They threw some. I was up there Friday night, performed up there. Maybe a week or two weeks before it, I had a show in St. Louis at the Omega Center. So shout out to everybody who came out and rocked out with me, had a good time in St. Louis. The week before that, I was in Palestine, Texas, and about 2 weeks before that, I was in Fort Worth and Arlington. So, man,
that's where I'm at, baby.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we definitely been moving and grooving, man. But you know, like big, those were some nice size events too. But I had the opportunity. A lot of people may not know this. I had the opportunity to open up for Keith Sweat and Genuine a few months back in Biloxi. Yeah, so that was a blessing. Just to share the same stage with the legends, man. You know, Keith Sweat is, you know, he's way before my time, but nevertheless, I definitely been influenced by what he's done for the game and how he has left his mark, left his stamp on the game. And Genuine, that was more of kind of my era. So to just share the same stage with them guys, man, SWV too, they were there. It was me, SWV, Keith Sweat, and Genuine. So to share the same stage, man, was a blessing. Definitely a night I'll never forget.
Man, that is dope, man. That's some of my favorite singers too, man. And I'm thinking about what you just said about the trail rides. Shout out to my good friend Miss Angie, man. She been putting me up on the trail rides lately.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Angie, man. That's my lady right there. Shout out to her.
For sure. One of the coolest friends ever, yo.
Most definitely.
Man. So
what I love about her, she gonna keep it real with you. Whether you want to hear it, she ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. She gonna tell you what you need to hear, and that's what I respect the most about her. She gonna give it to you straight up and down.
Most deaf, she will.
Shout out to Miss Angie.
Man, so shout out to Miss Angie, yo. So before this interview, I've been hearing about your single called Pay For It. Like, that mug is extremely successful. Can you share about that song?
Yeah, so we was shout out to my producer, man. With my producers, I actually had two of my, it's crazy, two of my best friends that we all grew up together. They produced that record. So shout out to Cole making moves, my brothers, and shout out to Cesar, who actually co-produced Pay For It. Man, it was just one of them days. We just got in the studio, recorded it at my house. I got my own studio at my crib.
Okay.
Man, they in there, they started cooking up. It was like, man, probably 7, 8 in the morning. I'm actually still in the bed. They in the studio. I'm just hearing them, and my partner Cesar, he came in there and he was like, "Hey, bro, what you think about doing something like this?" Because before Pay For It, I had never really done that. I had never really done kind of like that type of music. Like, I was kind of dipping and dabbing into the Southern Soul lane a little bit. I was more so in the R&B lane. But when he played me that beat, I was like, okay, I like that. So they finished it up, and man, I just kept saying, I don't know where it came from. I just kept saying, I need me a big, fine woman that got it going on. I just kept saying it. And I was like, I don't know what I'm finna end this week, but I know what I'm finna start it off with. And that's I need me a big, fine woman that got it going on. And, man, I had played with it for probably 3 weeks, bro. And finally, I was just like, what could I say that's going to grab people's attention? Because, you know, it's one thing to make a song, but you want a song that when people hear it, it's gonna kind of raise their eyebrows a little bit. They be like, okay, what he just say? So I never intended for the song to be like a funny song. I was just like, you know, pay, you know what I'm saying? It might not be for sale, but I pay for it anyway, you know. And I just started running with that idea, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think I may have something here. So I just had fun playing with it, man. And when I just, like I said, I just started it off with, I need me a big fine woman. But I was like, I think I'm gonna call this joint Pay For It. And I think when they hear Pay For It, they mind gonna be like, okay, before they even hear it, when they see the title, they gonna say, let me go listen to this, because I got my own idea of what they be talking about. But let me just go listen anyway to make sure I'm right.
For sure, man. For sure. So to follow that success, what more can we look forward to from Too Smooth?
Oh man, I got another joint on the way. No title to it yet, but I got the beat. And man, let me tell you, I honestly believe this one is gonna blow. I ain't gonna say it's gonna blow Pay For It out the water, but it's gonna be. It's definitely gonna be a nice follow up, man. And it's gonna be another one that's gonna be an eyebrow raiser. It's gonna really make you, you know, really get into it. It's gonna be dope, man. I don't want to get too much of it away, but and I got another. Single
I got you.
I got another single that's out now that's called Slow Rolling. It's not new, but we kind of like revamped it and like resurfaced it. So it's called Slow Rolling. It's out now on all streaming platforms. It's more on the R&B side. I got other songs out like N by 10. It's more on the Southern Soul side. But yeah, to follow up Pay For It, man, I got a nice little single on the way. But I can tell you this, it will be dropping in September. Early September. Away, yeah. So I ain't gonna keep them waiting too long.
Well, look, that's right around the corner, so it's most definitely about to be on.
About to be on and pop.
For sure, man. So this show, this is IMTV Talks, and IMTV stands for Inspired Mixed Movement Truth Vision. So with that being said, I want to ask you these next two questions. What inspires you to keep moving forward?
That's a good question. People, I don't usually get this question often. I don't know why, but that's a great question. I think what inspires me, man, to keep going is just my passion for the game. I always think my whole goal when I first started making music was I didn't even think about really the money. I always looked at it as, man, I'm putting my everything into making this song, into making this music. All I want people to do is just hear it. Is just give it a shot. All I ever wanted to do was get my music out there for people to listen, because I always felt like if I could get in the door, if I could get your attention, I could keep your attention. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like this. So I think what inspires me is, I just remember when I was a little younger, a lot younger, when I was starting off, I just always told myself, man, I'm gonna make it, because I was willing to do whatever it took, stay up however long I needed to stay up, get up however early I needed to get up to do it. And I just, it's like I always keep that in my mind, that promise I made to myself, like, I'm gonna make it, man. I'm gonna make it. People gonna love my music. I'm gonna get it out there, because I've always been driven. So I knew no matter what that I wasn't gonna give up. like, I was never gonna quit. No matter what it took, I was willing to do it. So I just think that promise that I made to myself early on in life, definitely my team. My team inspires me too. And when I say my team, I mean my family, my friends, my fiance, man, I got a hell of a support system, man. I'm talking about, when I tell you these people travel with me from Texas to St. Louis, back to Mississippi. We gonna be going to Georgia soon. And when I tell you they travel, they travel with me, bro. My team, man, I love them. I thank God for them. They keep me grounded. They inspire me to keep going. And they always pitching ideas at me, or they calling me, making sure I'm straight. So, yeah, man, just the promise I made to myself, my team, and just my passion for the game, man. That's just what inspired me to just keep moving forward.
Man, that is what's up, yo. And yes, that support system, man, most definitely is important, yo. Man, and the next question I wanted to ask, like, there could be that one person, you know, that loves what you're doing. They may have a desire to sing, whether it be singing to praise the Most High, or singing conscious, or singing R&B. If you could say one thing to inspire that singer, what would you say to them?
Stay consistent. Be consistent. But the number, every first thing, no matter who you singing for or what you singing, what type of music, number one, before staying consistent, keep God first. Always keep God first, man. Keep your faith in God and just believe in it, you know, and just know that He'll make a way for you. And right after that is be consistent. But be consistent and be resilient. Never give up. If you got a passion for it, if you love it, man, don't never let nobody tell you otherwise. You know, because I've always been like that. I've always been resilient. If I like it, if I love it, it ain't too much nobody else can tell me negative about it, because that's how I feel about it. And it all starts with you. You know what I'm saying? So never give up, man. Never give up on your dream. Never give up on your passion. Stay focused. Stay consistent. If you keep working at it long enough, something gonna happen. Something is gonna come from it if you stay with it. But if you give up, you'll never know. You could have been right there at the door. You could have been right there at the door, turning the doorknob, and the door was finally finna open. But if you quit, you'll never know what's on the other side of the door. So keep going. Keep God first. Be consistent and work hard, man. Work hard, because you definitely got to work hard. You can't forget that part.
Yeah.
Got to work hard, man.
No doubt.
That's the game I would give them for sure.
Well, there you have it, man. My fellow king has spoken. Man, that is so true. Well, ladies and gentlemen, man, this has been a strong word flow with me and the Ock. Too Smooth, man. Too Smooth. I thank you for coming through and being on the show once again, yo.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure, brother. I appreciate you having me. Good talking to you, man.
Man, same here, man. Well, with that being said, we about to get into some of this righteous music. This your Ock J-O-L Judah, a.k.a. DJ Dr. J. We finna check up out of here. We just want to say much love. Continue to love the Most High. Love each other and love yourselves. Be blessed.
Much love, baby.
Yeah, love to show you off. Girl, you are the cream of the crop, but you know you're the boss. But you treat it like you're supposed to. If you ever wonder why I chose you, come and baby, let me show you. Show you. Baby, I like you when you do it for me. That's why I spend it on you like it's nothing. Baby, it's a blessing to have you by my side. It's just that suit tucked in tight. You add that drip to my life, whatever you want. And girl, you know I can't provide. Oh, yeah, but you don't know how special you are. She the girl, she the queen, you the best in Miami. Because you're mine, solid. Bet they never see her lacking 9 hour miss. She don't feel the need of thirst trap. She flexing all the time when I G. Deposits, don't care what it costs me. Every time she falls, so she awesome. Baby, I like you when you do it for me. That's why I spend it on you like it's nothing. Baby, it's a blessing to have you by my side. It's just that two tucks in time. You add that drip to my life, never you want. And girl, you know I can't provide. Oh, yeah, but you don't know how special you are. She the girl, she the queen, like the best in Miami. Because you're mine, baby, I make sure you shine. All she sees, Gucci, feet, and dollar sign. Right there when I started, so I make sure you're solid. So solid, I got you, baby. I promise I will never ever break. Oh, we got you've been right here from the start. Baby, I like you when you do it for me. That's why I spend it on you like it's nothing. Baby, it's a blessing to have you by my side. It's just that two tucks in time. You add that drip to my life, never you want. And girl, you know I can't provide. Oh, yeah, but you don't know how special you are. She the girl, she the queen, like the best in Miami. Because you're mine, baby, I make sure you shine. All she sees, Gucci, feet, and dollar sign. Right there when I started, so I make sure you're solid. I make sure you're solid.
If it be boisterous, if it be passion, or if it be meekness, speak and live with your own uniqueness. We often live to be like our sisters and brothers. Instead of living for ourselves, we live for others. You are comparable to no one. You are second to none. You are more than enough. Even though you're rough, be kind of tough, and you want to throw your hands up and say, Jesus, what is this? You trying to cope, but no more numbing yourself down. Be the truest you, no more dumbing yourself down, becoming lost and never found. Queens and kings dethroned with no crowns. Some of our lives have become lies because we have allowed the eyes of society to define us. They have molded us into what they wanted us to be by their commercials, television shows, magazines, and movie productions, by their comments, opinions, and thoughts. But so many have come before us who fought the good fight of faith and ran the race so that we can continue the marathon of life. But yet, some of us are blind and can't see that the price has been paid and the standard has been laid by our ancestors, who were taunted from the day they were born, raised in shame and scorned, verbally attacked, but they did not lack the faith to move forward. Beaten, broken, and scorched, pressed down and delayed, however, the relay continued. They passed the baton as they paid it forward from Malcolm X to Rosa Parks to MLK to now you this day. They race on to provide new harmonies for this side. We now live on. We now live in the era of possibility and where they say the sky's the limit. However, some of us live with chains on our brains and estranged from our true identity. We have become far from who we are and have allowed the scars of our past to halt us. Our dreams are sinking into the quicksands of our minds, sinking like a ship with no sail, sinking to the point you must yell, Jesus, I need you. But today is the day. We must remind ourselves of those who held the torch before us that still illuminates our path and encourages us to do something with our dash. We must rise up from the cement of our failures. We must rise up from the graves of our doubts. We must rise up and drain the pool of tears filled with our indignation. It is time to trade in your sorrows and come out of the gallows and no longer be a shadow living for someone else. You are more than enough. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. The potter broke the mold after creating you. You see, deep inside, dreams can live and thrive if you allow it. Dream and keep on dreaming. Dream until the dream starts. Dream and keep on dreaming until it becomes a work of art. Dream and keep on dreaming. Dream in the daytime and dream in the nighttime. Dream until your dream grows wings and takes flight. Dream until the scales fall from your eyes with new sight. Dream until your perception changes. Dream until the world looks different. Dream until you become the truest you. Dream until your passions are made new. Dream until your feet starts walking toward the vision God gave you that's now talking. Dream, live, strive, do, take action, be alive. Because if it be boisterous, if it be passion, or if it be meekness, speak and live with your own uniqueness.
Oh, say got a confession for you, baby. I know I'm lacking in some things. Sometimes I act like it don't faze me, but I regret being your enemy. Out of the blue I get crazy and say some things I shouldn't say. I know a daughter of Zion should never act that way, yeah.
I recognize
that you're about the most high's word.
I realize
that you gotta put the most high first. It's time to focus on your wants and needs. You are my king, so I will let you lead. I know exactly what you need. Lord, you need a new wife. I'ma be your new wife. You need, yeah. It's time to focus on your wants and needs. You are my king, so I will let you lead. I know exactly what you need. Lord, you need a new wife. I'ma be your new wife.
lay in my bosom, sweet baby. Don't let this world get the best of you. I know you need a peace of mind. Let me be that peace of mind. Here and ready to serve you, babe. I know exactly what you need. A transformation in me. Give me another chance to prove my love righteously. I recognize that you're about the most high's word. I realize that you gotta put the most high first.
It's time to focus on your